Look, I went to this film with a lot of high expectations, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the movie is good, but I think it's very far from being a masterpiece. I mean, look, man, Nate Parker, he does a great job in front of and behind the camera, 100%. I mean, the cinematography of this film is very beautiful. There's a lot of, he's definitely got an eye for haunting images. Jackie Earle Haley was amazing in this film, but he's an amazing actor, so hey, he was a standout. The cast is solid across the boards. Everyone's sufficient. I think the people who stand out would be Nate Parker and Jackie Earle Haley, and that's kind of it, really. Those were the only people that really stood out to me. First off, I think that this movie is way too long. I think the running time should have been a bit leaner. Most films can be defined in 3 acts, you know, Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. And for some bizarre reason, Nate Parker decided to make the revolt, to make the rioting, you know, he decided to make that happen, like, in the middle, or, like, close towards the end of the 3rd act. Which is so weird, because that's, like, most of the reason why we as the audience came to see the movie, you know what I'm saying? Like, the movie that I just saw, Deepwater Horizon, you know, that's about this drilling rig that gets, you know, it gets blown all to hell, and it's like a disaster movie, right? Well, imagine going to see that disaster movie, and the disaster doesn't happen until, like, the last, seemingly, like, the last 15, 10-ish minutes. You'd be like, what did I pay to watch again? I felt like there was way too much build-up, and there's definitely way too much reliance on things that we've already seen in slavery films. The movie is trying so desperately for you to walk out of the film and be like, oh man, fucking Nat Turner, this fucking hero, you know, when in reality, I mean, he was responsible for the death of men, women, and children, and a lot of them being innocent, you know what I'm saying? So, I feel like we should walk out of this movie feeling very conflicted and debatable about his actions towards the end of the film. You know what I mean? Like with the Wolf of Wall Street with Leonardo DiCaprio, you don't walk out of that movie thinking like, man, the director really made this dude seem like he was like without fault. You know, when you walk out of that movie, I think it's conflicting to say whether DiCaprio's character was a good person or a bad person, you know? The director, Martin Scorsese, he just showed DiCaprio's character just as he was. He wasn't being suggestive like, oh, this person's bad, oh, this person's good. You know, Scorsese, you know, he wanted to leave that up to you, it's up to you whether DiCaprio is good or bad in the film. Nate Parker, he didn't do that with Nat Turner. He just tried to really kind of shove in your face that, like, you know, Nat Turner was a great person. Granted, he killed men, women, and children, but let's just forget about that because, you know, he had to do it. You know, he's still a great person even after the fact, you know? I just feel like Nate Parker's intellectual reach just far exceeded his grasp, unfortunately. And there were some... I mean, there's some moments in this film. Like, there was one moment with a little child hanging, and there was a butterfly. That sequence was just like, damn. Or even like this moment here with Nate Parker, his acting was incredible on that part. Probably my favorite scene in the whole film. Incredible. His acting was extraordinary on that scene. But yeah, I don't know. I had a lot of issues with this film. Personally, I'm feeling like a 7. I don't know. I mean, if slavery films are a color and the best slavery films are different colors and don't blend in, I just feel like Birth of a Nation just kind of, it really just blends in. You know, it doesn't really stand out, my personal opinion. But yeah, feeling a 7 out of 10 on this one. But hey, what about you?